Hello, fans, and welcome to another episode of High and Tight. I'm John Nolan, the PBR Virginia DC content manager and Northern Virginia scouting director. I'm again riding solo in what's shaping up to be a solo potting summer. The calendar has flipped to July, and that's going to bring us through the bulk of our early summer event and tournament schedule. And actually, we'll start pushing us towards Georgia and the 2023 Future Games and Junior Future Games, which are coming at the end of the month. Invites are out. We will be announcing those teams here in the next couple of weeks, so keep an eye out for that as we get ready towards our biggest summer event nationally. I would like to announce something that we have locked in the date on and opened up registration locally. It is one of our longest running and most consistently successful events, our Unsigned Senior Games, which for the second year in a row will be held at the University of Richmond. The date for this year's event is Tuesday, August 9th. Sign up information is on the website. Again, this is for unsigned seniors, members of the class of 2024. Look for an announcement on our fall state games, usually in early November at War Memorial Stadium, coming up here as well in the next couple of months. So, enough with that. Let's go ahead and move on to the meat of this episode. Today, I want to start what's going to be a multi episode deep dive into our summer events. So, in our last episode, I briefly talked about four players who popped for me at the end of our state games or at our state games. Today, I want to highlight some more and to solely focus on pitchers, arms in this one. Okay. In our next episode, I'm going to do the same thing, solely focusing on bats. Then we'll move on to the top prospect games, which was a smaller event we held at Old Dominion University. And I will probably do a combo one on that in similar fashion. So today we're going to talk about four arms each, 12 players total from each of the 2024, 2025, and 2026 classes. This is going to be a quick one. I'm going to try and keep these moving so that I don't have you all here forever listening to me babble. So let's go ahead and get going. Let's start with the 2024s. First one I want to talk about is from down in the beach, right-handed pitcher Ryan DeLashmutt from Frank Cox. DeLashmutt 6'2" with a lankier frame. At our state games, he was 84 to 86, touching 87. He showed some feel for his spin. It was a curveball, ran 70 to 71. We saw him a couple times during the high school season at the Commonwealth Classic. He showed well multiple times that we have seen him. Again, that's Ryan DeLashmutt, a right-handed pitcher from Frank Cox. Second guy I want to talk about here from Allegheny High School is Hunter DePriest. DePriest is a two-way player. On the mound, 6'2" also. He has a lankier athletic frame. It's a drop and drive delivery. He's got a short arm action. It's a low three-quarter slot. His fastball was 85 to 87. The curveball showed some two-plane action, tilt, and depth. Came in 65, 69. He also flashed a changeup as well. So again, interesting arm there out in the West from Allegheny High School, Hunter DePriest. Third 2024 I want to talk about is right-handed pitcher Jack Rampy from Bishop O'Connell in Northern Virginia. Rampy is an athletic 5'11" frame. He's got a short, quick arm action. It's a low three-quarter slot. Showed heavy sink on his fastball. It was 82 to 85, basically dive bombing essentially on our TrackMan readings. Also, multiple breaking balls. It was a slider at 73 to 74, a curveball 72 to 73, and he put in a couple changeups there at 79. But again, the heavy sinking fastball was the big one. And again, this is Jack Rampy, 2024 right-handed pitcher from Bishop O'Connell. And I guess I ought to sprinkle a lefty in here. Staying in Northern Virginia, I want to talk about left-handed pitcher Matthew Bishop from Patriot High School. Bishop has an athletic 6'3" frame. He's got some strength present in the lower half. Showed a short, quick arm action from a low three-quarters arm slot with some deception. Fastball had some, it was a fastball heavy mix. He threw a lot of fastballs in the outing. Filled it up, was 82 to 84. That's a tick up from when we saw him during the high school season when it was 80, 82. Slider was 74, did a good job of just pounding the zone and attacking the zone from the left side. So again, that is Matthew Bishop from Patriot High School, a left-handed pitcher. Let's go ahead and slide on now to our 2025s. These are our rising juniors. And we are going to start right here at the top with Tommy Blackburn, going back down to the beach, Chesapeake area, a right-handed pitcher from Hickory. Blackburn has an athletic 5'11" frame. He settled in the second inning. Little rough in the first, but it did really well in the second inning. Showed a lot of feel for his slider. It's a low effort on all three of his pitches, pounds the strike zone. Fastball was 82, 84, touched 85. That slider we were talking about was 73, 74. Got really comfortable with it. The changeup was 76 to 77. Again, that's Tommy Blackburn, a right handed pitcher from Hickory High School. Let's go ahead and go to Northern Virginia here, and we'll talk about right-handed pitcher Weston Lillard from Highland School. Lillard has got a long, athletic 6-foot frame. We've talked about him a bunch on this podcast, and over the last year or so here now. It's a long, loose. It's very easy, quick arm action. Ball explodes out of his hand. It's a low three-quarter slot, 87 to 88, 2,500 plus RPM on his fastball. Slider, very hard slider, 79, 2,600 RPM on that. Shows the changeup at 82. It's a easy, low effort delivery, and it's just power, 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 power. He's seen his velocity climb probably 6 to 8 miles per hour over the last year. And just looking at his frame, there's still a lot more left in that tank. And again, that's Weston Lillard, a right-handed pitcher from Highland School. And now we're going to go down to the Southwest, and we're going to stick with big righties here. Porter Gobble. um, Porter has a long, projectable 6'4" frame. I mean, it is long. I felt like 6'4" might be him underselling his height a little bit. It's a long, free arm action. It's a low three-quarter slot. He does drop and drive in his delivery. Fastball at the event was consistently 84, 86. He touched 87. Showed two off-speed pitches, a curve at 71, 74, and a changeup at 82, 83. So again, Gobble with that long projectable frame, there's a lot of velocity upside there too, and a lot to keep an eye on. Again, Porter Gobble, a right-handed pitcher from John Battle. And the final guy that I want to talk about in our 2025 group was one of the first pitchers of the day, and that is Jake Wise, right-handed pitcher from Benedictine. Wise has an athletic 6-foot frame. He throws from a higher arm slot. It's pretty loose. He's got some intent and some pace to his delivery. His fastball was up to 87. He had over 20 inches of induced vertical break on that fastball, which means it's just downward motion that he's generating on it. Showed a slider, 71, 72. Really good feel for his changeup, which in the event he showed as his out pitch. I got to see him throw an outstanding outing at the Commonwealth Classic in March, and it was then too. So this velocity is actually a little tick up then. I want to say he was 83, 84 that day. This is up to 87. Again, the changeup was the go-to pitch in the Commonwealth. The changeup was the go-to pitch here. Pretty good feel for a three-pitch mix with an interesting athletic frame. And again, that's Jake Wise from Benedictine School. Let's move on to 2026s, and let's start and stay in the private school here with Jalen German, right-handed pitcher from Trinity Episcopal. German, he's got an athletic, physical 6'1" frame. There's strength present. He's got a longer arm action. It's a three-quarter slot, drop and drive delivery. His fastball started at his outing like 83, 84, but it just kept ramping up as his appearance went. Ultimately, he was 83 to 87, touching 88. Showed a slider at 77, 79. That velocity is just going to continue to increase. It is a very athletic frame. It's toolsy. It shows at the plate as well too. So Jalen German from Trinity Episcopal School, a 2026 to keep an eye on. Second 26 arm I want to talk about, staying in the center of the state here from Manchester High School, Jaden Grant, a right-handed pitcher. Grant has a very lanky 5'10" athletic frame. He's got some long levers. It's a very loose, quick arm. Three-quarter slot. I know I already said quick, but I really got to tell you guys that this is a quick arm. His fastball was 84, 86, touch 87. It is going to jump, I would imagine, as he continues to fill out with how fast that arm moves. Curveball was about 71, fastball heavy frame. Grant, a really good showing. Again, Jaden Grant, right-handed pitcher from Manchester, a lot to like and a lot to keep an eye on. Again, staying in Richmond, Nate Reed, right-handed pitcher from LC Bird High School, is my third 26 I want to talk about. He has a projectable 6'3" frame. It's a short, loose, quick arm action. Easy effort from a lower slot. It was 83 to 85. He tickled an 86. Showed a slider in the low 70s, a changeup 75 to 79. The makings of a pretty good three-pitch mix there. And again, velocity upside. These kids are rising sophomores, these 26s. So there's a lot of room for growth in them. Again, that's Nate Reed, a right-handed pitcher from LC Bird. And I guess, again, I should probably sprinkle in a lefty here somewhere along the way. And let's go to Stafford and finish with left-handed pitcher Matthew McCauley from Mountain View High School. McCauley also showcased at first base and had a pretty good day at the plate at the state games, but I want to talk about him here on the mound real quickly. 6'2", 165-pound frame, a lot of room for him to add strength to that frame. It's a short, loose arm action from a low slot. He had over 26 inches of horizontal movement on his fastball, which was 81 to 83. So that's really tough to hit, guys. Showed a curveball with some 2.7 shape on it. It was 70-71. Feel for a changeup as well in the low to mid 70s. Again, a lot to like there. There's a lot of projection in that frame, a lot of room for him to add strength. His velocity is probably going to increase a little bit as the summer goes on, just because as a freshman playing on varsity at Mountain View, he didn't get a ton of innings. So as he gets some usage, it's going to go up as the summer goes on. And there's a lot in that tank there for Matthew McCauley, again, a left-handed pitcher from Mountain View High School in Stafford. So that's the 12 guys that I wanted to run through really quickly. Look out on our next pod for me to run through probably 12 position players in a similar manner. Also, keep an eye out. We are getting our end of the year all PBR done. We need stats submitted. So if you have not done so and you want to be considered for the all PBR Virginia DC team, please do so as soon as possible. Either email them to myself or Jason Burton, or tag us on Twitter on the PBR main account. And again, don't forget the unsigned senior games for 2024s on Tuesday, August 9th at the University of Richmond. That sign up is now available. And the last thing I've got for you guys is have a happy and safe 4th of July, and we'll see you out there.